are no coincidences in Karnaka.
Good. Just like there's no coincidence that an arrow just entered your buddy's neck. And you didn't notice a goddamn thing. Dude, you are the most unobservant person I have ever seen. Hello. It's not what you're used to, living in a palace, but this is all the coin I could scrape up. Anton and I operate on a tight budget. Anton? I feel like I recognize that name. Operate on a tight budget, and guess what? You do too. Now you do too. If it's not beneath you, pick up whatever valuables you find along your way. You'll need ammo and resources to take down the people behind the coup. Hidden all over the city are underground black market shops. Look for a symbol depicting two hands, which means there's a shop nearby. Follow the signs and they'll guide you. Buying from the black market is against the law, but it could make the difference against the Duke's military. Sokolov was working on this crossbow as a gift for you. If you need it modified, those shops can help with that as well. Interesting. Hello, hello. You're gonna be a fun little toy, aren't you? Okay. Oh, pair of things that got busted up in Anton's room when he was taken. It's been weeks now. No, scratch that. Not until I bring him back home, as a show of faith that he will be coming back. Bought the storage door. Looks like something fell on the other side, and I really need to sell stuff locked up in there. Make some coin. Pay port tax and the look the other way fee to those grandeur guard bastards before they wonder who my passenger is this time. I'll do it when I get the money. Well, I can help with one of those.
Must be cursed. Daft old man. This is some shit. Back to that city. What would we have done in the old days? All sharp metal and shadows, we'd say.
I'm pretty sure she's the protagonist of Dishonored's Death to the Outsider DLC.
She's probably not back from Dunwall yet.
So I'm kind of curious, does that mean she'll recognize our mark? Aye. Oh, that's a bathroom. Anton, your idea of improving the head gasket sealing with a Geno coating is the worst you've ever had. I'll make you sleep in the engine room if you don't fix your mess by tomorrow. Megan, if all inventors were as dedicated and short-tempered as you are, you and I would still be paddling around in carved-out logs. Megan, I made some mulberry cake. It's my own recipe, improved by Everin spices. It's in the gallery. Anton, where are you, you old fool? I hope nobody hurts you. Damn, that's funny. It's very clear the cake was, I'm sorry, please don't make me sleep in the engine room with the rats. That's very clear what that is. That's cute. They're probably banging, if I'm being honest. Well, it's Sokolov and her. Not sure how much Corvo could do. He's not super ingenuitive, clearly. Okay, I guess gotta go through here. I was hoping to get outside and fix the thing first. No kidding.
When you're ready to talk, I'll tell you what I know.
Well, start talking. Oh, I should have tried to fix the thing first.
All right, you've explained part of it. What were you and Sokolov doing here?
The old man loved Karnaka, but he'd caught wind of a conspiracy tied to the Crown Killer. He wanted to warn you.
There were reports about tensions rising. Corruption. Street violence. It's the sort of thing that happens, and usually the local authorities resolve it.
The new Duke has let things slide, but Sokolov concluded he might be the head of the conspiracy. He came in looking shocked, and if you've heard his after-dinner stories, you know that's unusual. We were going to set out for Dunwall, but something happened.
The Crown Killer.
Yes, the hatch ripped open and Sokolov screamed. All I caught was a glimpse of someone carrying him across the deck. I followed as long as I could, toward Addermeyer Institute. It's run by the alchemist Hypatia. Maybe the Duke is using a patient of hers, the Crown Killer.
Addermeyer was a solarium years ago. I'll get inside and eliminate the Crown Killer. Maybe the alchemist will cooperate, maybe she won't. Either way, I'll try to figure out what happened to Sokolov, too.
I would say good luck, but I don't think you want my luck. When you get done at the Institute, disable the watchtower. Once it's down, I'll bring the boat around. We'll take the skiff to the shore when you're ready.
Gotcha. Okay. I hope you don't mind, but that whole thing about needing all the money we can get, well, that applies to you too. I'm gonna steal every last penny I can find. No one is safe from my hands. Chapter 4 Introduction.
With that watchtower, the only way to get to Addermeyer is through the carriage station.
Fun. Fun, fun, fun. A place that's also gonna be heavily
As
guarded.
assassins go, the Crown Killer was messy, vulgar. The Duke wanted people afraid.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, Corvo isn't messy. He's clean. He's quick. He's been doing this for 20, 30 fucking years. He's been doing this since he was a kid, basically. Like, he's not the kind of person to leave a trail behind or leave evidence. He doesn't leave a name, nothing. If there is nothing to go off of, you can most certainly guarantee Corvo was probably the one behind it.
Addermeyer Institute's been there for a long time, but Hypatia wasn't around when I lived in Karnaca.
Interesting. Don't citizens press. Yeah, this one.
Mortimer Ramsey, the entitled son of entitled parents. The Duke's coup relied on a weasel like you.
Indeed it did.
Before I leave Serkonos, Duke Luca Abel and I are going to meet face to face, and he'll pay for all this.
See, that's where a lot of the differences tend to come in. Corvo is very much a killer. In the first game, there was some amount of reasonability, like, towards a more chaotic playthrough, there would be the reason of him being blinded by grief and rage, having had his daughter kidnapped, his lover killed in front of him with a mere inches away from being able to save her. And all of that could work towards a chaotic run, but considering a lot of what Corvo is, leaning more towards a non-chaotic run actually plays a bit close to lore, I would say. Like, yeah, he'd be angry, but he's also a very intelligent person. He's not likely to allow grief to blind him like that. But in this case, on the day of Jasmine's anniversary of having lost her, and now having his daughter taken, his mark ripped away from him 15 years after he thought everything was done. Yeah, at that point, I'm pretty sure a more chaotic, I'm gonna rip all of you to absolute shreds playthrough is more fitting. Simply because he is not gonna be happy.
Dearest Emily, or must I say, Your Imperial Majesty, I have something that you and Corvo must hear at the first opportunity. It concerns the murders happening across the Empire, committed by this so-called Crown Killer. When I left Bristol years ago, I swore I'd never again take part in any further political matters. I've done my share of bad things, and some good.
Fair enough.
Before and after the Rat Plague. But here in Karnaca, I've uncovered a terrible conspiracy against you. Here, at the bottom of the Empire, the cobblestones smell of death and corruption. I'm staying with an associate, Megan Foster, aboard her vessel, the Dreadful Whale. We'll leave for Dunwald in the morning, as soon as the tides are willing. I keep thinking of the way sweet Jessamine was stolen from you and your father, and I fear it might be your turn to face such turmoil. I know Corvo would protect you with his life, but please do not trust anyone.
There you are, old man. I was asked to pay you a visit.
Wait, what's wrong with you? Megan!
Off we go, Sokolov, to somewhere more private.
Seriously, Sokolov, you couldn't yell at the name of your attacker? Megan ain't gonna be able to do shit for you. Adrenaline serum. What, mana? I thought the mana bunches had a different thing. Also, very, very interesting. So it's a woman that attacked him. We can tell by the voice. Curious. A colleague of mine owns a stunning map of known world adorned with curlicans and sea beasts. As a cherished spot over her mantle, she's paid handsomely for it, and was so bristled when I enumerated the various errors. Chief among them, of course, the size and placement of the Benison continent. A lot of these words probably have to do with like boat stuff and stuff of that sort, map stuff, and I just am not good at that. Oh, how cartographers are loath to show how small and distant Empire really is compared to the giant landmass, as if Benison was a few days' journey from Aran. Every veteran ship captain knows that it takes months to reach those shores. I had no doubt that Benison was rich in resources, but a place must be understood if we ever hope to exploit its merit. Yeah, that's a thing. Sokolov has never exactly been a good guy or a bad guy. Hell, if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure he's someone you kidnap in the first game to try and gain information. Like, you even threaten to kill him. I'm pretty sure he's someone that you take to gain information on Emily's location, and he ends up helping you out with another dog. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm getting characters confused. I know there was someone we kidnapped in Dishonored for information on Emily. These were my thoughts as I agreed to join the ill-fated expedition, and so it was on the 3rd day of the month of Earth, under calm gray skies, the great sea vessel Turin Alkaline set sail with captain, crew, researchers, and myself, 38 of us total, for what would be most terrifying and spiritually draining experience of my life. Oh, curious. Oh, this feels like a bad idea, but whatever that is, interests me. Just keep swinging. It usually works. Trade blood fight. 5 coins. You know what? It helps. She needs a storage room fix. Will this let me in? Ah. Here we go. I'll take that. And that. And that. And that. Oh my god, she's gonna have nothing to freaking sell if I keep stealing everything. Oh, this is stronger than I thought they were. What's this? Reflection of my journey on the Parian continent. Ah, another one. Chapter 15. At dawn, I set out with a group that forged east and included 2 other natural philosophers and 4 crewmen. We used blades to clear the vegetation that grew thickly here and slowly made our way away from the shore and up a steep incline. Our purpose was to gather samples of native plants for our research journals. I found myself pursuing levels and stems between pages and tracking copious notes on several species of flora I summarized no human had ever set eyes on previously. And suddenly young Miss Grenf of the Academy began hopping about and screaming wildly. Chance had bade him pick an unfortunate place to step. An aggressive ant-like creature swarmed him from below, so many in number were his tiny attackers that was quickly lost sight of him under the onslaught. Finally managing to pull Graham from the insects, acquiring several painful welts where we had come to his aid. His Grant, however, was bitten or stung, as I would eventually discover. So many times he was very recognizable. Swollen until deformation over every inch of his person, moaning like a sick bull, expired before we could carry him back to the beach. Luckily, some of the creatures still clung to him, providing me with the precious samples. I guess that's one way to find, a good thing in the painful, horrific death of a person. Jesus. Like I said, Sokolov isn't good, nor is he evil. He is just kind of madness, honestly. Madness and or just science. Ah, I see. There you go. It's kind of rough.
Dunwall seems so far away. I'll come back soon, Emily. I promise.
Yeah. I'm kind of curious, how does time work for her in that state? Does she, like, is her body still working, or is the fact that she's stone?
The jewel of the South. My homeland.
Yeah. Or is the fact that she's in stone mean that she doesn't comprehend passages of time or anything like that? Trying to remember buttons. There we go. Hi! Cock. I swear to God, if you saw that, you better not be laughing. Ah, there you are. Ooh. I see a rune. I'm going to have to go after all the extra runes I can find. They're gonna come in way handy around here. Hello, hello. How you doing? I kind of robbed your ship blind. You know what? I'm not even gonna point out the irony in what I just said.
Ready for me to drop you at the docks?
Guess so. As ready as I'll ever be.
Ready. The old city must have changed a lot.
Off we go then.
One more time, old friend.
One more time. I wonder how comfortable that thing is. It looks like freaking Anton put a lot of work into the padding of that mask. You know?
I'd take you to Adamire by boat, but security's too tight. The Grand
kidding.
Guard have a watchtower there. Go inland and use the carriage station.
Gotcha.
Before his death, the old Duke of Serkonos spent decades building up Karnaca. After Duke Luca Abel took over, he started draining the wealth out of the city as fast as he could.
Really?
Orgies and week-long feasts.
I remember
Jesus.
the old Duke Theodanis. He was a good man.
Watch yourself on the way to Adamire. The Duke's given the Grand Guard run of the city. Strangers get attacked on sight.
I can take care of myself.
That's not what
This
she's
is a
worried
good spot.
about.
Reach Adamire, take out the Crown Killer, and find out where Sokolov was taken. The alchemist, Hypatia. She'll help if she can. Sokolov likes her.
I'll see you later at Addermire. Just wait to bring up the boat until after I've disabled the watchtower.
Yeah, you may want to keep that in mind. Okay.
Maybe I should have it looked at. I don't think it's supposed to fester like that.
Usually not.
The
Achievement.
jewel of the South, they say. I guess that's what it looks like from very far away, huh?
Right then,
Hello.
maybe a little more. Damn, the light is amazing, but I'm going sunblind.
I can agree. It's an amazing view, isn't it? Okay, moving on.
The way the ocean shimmers.
Ooh. What happened to you?
Can you imagine being attacked by such a monster out at sea? They're horrible creatures.
What the well? Oh. Don't mind me.
Hey there. What have you got for me?
Sure.
Oh, you're kind. Thank you.
You're
If you
welcome.
want to get past that wall of light, I've heard. Let's hope you never need help.
You wanna die a very painful death? Because you will. You were lucky you were just a sad old man. And not actually a threat. Otherwise you would be very dead right now.
Come in.
Hey.
If you found this place, I'll trade with you.
Okay. That's usually how markets work. Gear. What you got? Sleep darts. Bullets. Sleep darts. Those out shrapnel. Star mine. A straight up grenade. Okay. One for the rune. 400. They'll come in handy.
You won't regret it.
Unkin supplies. Parasailors pass along this location in boat. Sure.
Glad we could do business.
And I'll take any healing I can get. So, out past the docks by something. Ah.
Just remember to move slowly.
So one of
Don't get too
those.
close to the nests.
Ah, here we go. Stop your whining. 16, right there.
It's infested, all right. We used to throw rocks at these nests when I was young. Just go slow and mind the distance. Easy.
Gotcha. Sorry for cutting him off, but good idea. Until you're either brave or desperate to accept this job. We used to smoke flash blood flies with full crews, but the infestations are bad now and do cancel the funding, so we get rid of the nest by hand. Here's what you need to know. If you need to slip past a bloatfly swarm or nest, keep your distance and move slowly or they'll attack. When the blood flies are calm, you're fine. If they take flight and start glowing, it's trouble. If you get swarmed, you gotta run away or fight, smash the blood flies or burn them. Same for the nests. A blood fly swarm will come back until you destroy the nest of that swarm. That's really all you need to know. Blood amber, and if you find any blood amber in a nest, just keep it as a bonus. Sure the Grand Guard doesn't see it, or they'll ask for some urban sanitation tax or whatever. Good luck. Gotcha. So move slow, take your time, and be patient. Some of the things that I am the worst at. So, yeah, this is gonna be fun. Oh, if they attack, I'm maybe a little screwed. Just let me get the bone charm. Just let me get the bone charm. You should just let me get the bone charm. Grab it. Alright. Dual skill. Dual skill, your bullets inflict slightly more damage. You know what? Every little bit helps. Take that and that.
I am being hunted by half the people in the Empire. Part of me welcomes the fight if they find me.
Part of me doesn't. Because I know how goddamn difficult that's gonna be. This. And this. It'd be nice to have a bit more time when it comes to pairing. That's my biggest weakness. I'm not quite on top of the timing yet.
You miserable rat. I told you what would happen if you reported me. I warned you. Please, you gave me no choice. Please? It's too late for that, Rapallo. Guess what happens next? No!
I was about to save him.
This is how we get rid of snitches. Remember, if anyone asks, he just ran through it. Yeah, we couldn't stop him.
The Wall of Light, from the time of the rat plague.
So, guess they say it was a good idea?
Turning all right up there?
Ah. There we go. Strong lungs. Better water water breathing, I'm guessing, yeah. Whatever I can get for the time being, every little bit helps.
I suppose you're correct. It grieves me to imagine what culture might accomplish.
I just fucking knocked his head off with a bolt!
Exactly, brother. Much better to protect
Holy
such a powerful
shit!
tool.
A sudden chance to save itself, and that is to return to the fold. To take solace once again.
What was that? Sounded like broken glass.
I'm kidding. It's almost as if I shot him through the window. The fuck?
For their time to sink
I know an
away
angel
into
is
the
an
bedrock
outsider
of the
when I
community.
see one.
Those who wander are untethered by family and neighbors for reasons tested and true. It is often because they have turned their backs on tradition and on the seven strictures themselves.
Oh.
A wanderer.
Well, at least I didn't alert the guards. Christ.
Never doubt that.
As I saw you, brothers, it is here that we make our stance as a righteous force against the growing darkness. It is here that we unite against the spirits of unknown that would drag us screaming into the night, never to return to our homes, to our families. Together, we will serve as a rod to those who would stray from the herd, for the foggy gray waste of the outsider. We will burn a bright fire with our Interesting. Remember, Delilah kind of leads this city, I think. So either they don't know she has powers from the outsider, or they're not from the outsider. We'll burn a bright fire with our victorious actions so that others will not lose their way, and to those who choose to wander beyond the walls of our homes in far places, we will strike at them swiftly, for the whispers to the neighbors filling their hearts with strangeness and doubts. Yeah, not all that good of an idea, bud. The outsider's not one to be tampered with. Not one to be tempted. Bone charm right below me. And right next to me, apparently. Yeah, you guys got way outmatched. You did not see that coming. Honestly, I wouldn't have been seen by any of them if the first guy hadn't, if the second bolt I shot didn't stick into the imaginary freaking wall that was apparently in my way. Yeah, I did shoot you through the window. Sorry about that. Insult to injury, I guess. You know, for a place that doesn't seem to like the outsider, you guys have a lot of these around. What the hell was that?
Be on your guard, all right, boys?
There ain't no one left to be on their guard.
We'll make them pay.
Will ya? Yeah, it's gonna be kind of difficult when your throat's in two. Kinda difficult. Hey, I should have asked him before he slit his throat if he knew anything about the safe combo. I could brute force it again. I mean, I've never brute forced any safe codes. What the hell are you talking about? Remember the 7 scriptures, especially Rampart Hunger, Wandering Gaze, and scriptures to keep you safe. Safe code, isn't it? How the hell am I gonna figure that out? Oh, the 7 scriptures. Wandering gaze, relentless hands, redemption, hunger. It's 1, 2, 5, right? Hold on, let me double check. So 5, 1, 2, yeah. Take a nice bone charm, raw whale bones, and 2 silver bars. Nice. Nope, make that 3. Sweet.
Even though I don't fully understand the situation, we'll wait for the Vice Overseer.
When should Byrne arrive?
He's engaged currently. He'll send someone else, maybe Overseer Kindana. Until then, we stay where we are.
Won't the heretic's corpse attract blood flies, brother?
No, I've dusted it already. We should be fine here for now. But mark me, anyone who shows up here has ill will at heart. There are no coincidences in Karnaca.
Good. Just like there's no coincidence that an arrow just entered your buddy's neck. And you didn't notice a goddamn thing. Dude, you are the most unobservant person I have ever seen. Ah, you bloody idiots. Oh, God, that was an execution. Oh, and I got my bolt back. Nice. Ooh, bone charm. What's going on with you, bud? They don't like you, then you probably could have been my friend. Brother Bernardus, where'd you find those drawings? Cues, I made them. As I said, I am an artist, mostly newspaper advertisements. Bernardus, these don't look like advertisements. They look like heretic nonsense intended to make your neighbor sick or bring back a loved one. Nothing will dissuade you of these notions, I'm sure, so instead of wasting my breath, I'll give you some advice. Take a bath once in a while, overseer, and invest in some scent soaps, unless that's against one of the strictures. Conclusion. Apparently the accused suffered from a weakened heart attack, dying during the interrogation. I'm bloody sure of it. I'm sure it had nothing to do with your sword being plunged into his chest. I'm sure that didn't happen. There's not a sword mark on his chest, right? Right? Hello? Yeah, there's no way that was a heart attack. And a bone charm. Corrupted bone charm. What's a corrupted bone charm do? I actually can't remember. Ooh, you are louder when making noise and more visible while leaning. Brief invisibility after choking or assassinating an enemy. That is not helpful. That is I mean, that could be helpful if it wasn't for the fact that I'm already on the hardest difficulty, which makes my cover barely work at all. And already make it so I'm heard from half a meter away. I can barely walk around without making enough noise to get caught. I'm not so sure I want to do that. Secret date. Noon, meet me in an unusual place tomorrow night. Be sure to bring the drawings as we talked. Huh.
She affected a look of innocence, but beneath it I saw guile. My sister
come on.
Spotted someone suspicious. Each day for a week, she crept back to that place, and there in the cellar.
Oh.
Someone protect me!
Haha.
Help me! Someone! Anyone!
Dude did not last long with a sleep dart in him. I was wondering if the other one was gonna show up.
Things aren't bad enough. Now I have to be on the lookout for some no-gooder with a knife.
Take that. Not exactly a knife. I mean, I do have a knife, a very, very, very long and sharp knife, but it's not quite a knife. It's much different. Yeah, I just kind of decided, why don't I just, you know, just shoot him with a sleep dart? I don't care about chaos. I don't care if I scare the people of this town.
What? And? For the Abbey!
For what, exactly? For the Abbey, you said? Yeah. Do I kill him? I don't really care. Not worth doing my blade on his skull.
Hey, you! This area's...
Night night. Drop it. Throw it. Oh, I cut him in half. I didn't even notice that. You really shouldn't have come around that corner. Oh. God. That has to hurt. Sorry. Kind of, but not really. Oh, God. Shot right through the heart. I'm okay. But you damn sure ain't.
I can smell the stench of the void. A verse in this place.
about to smell a whole lot more of the void. I mean, you're dead. Really? You couldn't do something a bit cooler? He's the only one around. Oh. Good brother Harold, last week when we talked on what a state I was in, it was good of you to take me aside and lend your advice. I have taken it to heart, and I know you are correct. Yes, I will need to be purified through ritual. What a road I have ahead of me. I know it as well as you may not know, but I endured the ritual once before. But 3 years ago, though, I was young and strong. I came within an inch of death. If I may impose you once again, would you be so kind as to not mention our conversation to anyone? I will arrange for the ritual course very soon. Though I confess, ever since our talk, I feel much better. No confirmation to that agitated state in which you found me. Peace and clarity has returned to me. Truly do feel better. Interesting. So anyone who gets involved with the outsider can, in their minds, be cleansed by a ritual. Take those. What the hell? Oh, what do you want?
Cities go bad before. Smelled the rot. So have you. 15 years ago in Dunwall. Did you miss it? That year that made you who you are? Don't deny it. Rats in the cradle, black smoke rising from burning bodies, an entire city crying out. Now it's happening again. Welcome back. Welcome home. People like you and the Crown Killer are part of places like this.
Seriously? Are you gonna pop in for little chats anytime that we do that? Anytime we pick up runes like that?
What the?
Yep, you cried out, but you don't seem to have done much. Oh, shit, we're here. Okay. I didn't realize quite where we were. There's only one bone charm and one rune left. Gotcha. That's what I'm gonna spend the majority of my time in between cuts doing, is hunting down bone charms and runes, because honestly, I need them. And also maybe figuring out Blink a little bit. It's not quite the same as what I had. There's still that rune there that I don't quite know how to get to, though. That's kind of the same direction I have to go for my main mission, so not gonna be that hard.
To organize another theater outing. I told Mr. The carriage rails are electrified.
Yeah, I can tell. What gave that away? All the electricity? Or have you touched them before? Or have you designed... No, you haven't designed them. Maybe Sokolov designed them. Back in his older days when he wasn't quite as on our side as he is nowadays. Dear Cheryl, I'm working so late these days I might as well sleep at Admire. I know it's not good for my health, but... And a doctor, I should know better. You're totally right, but I'm about to discover something important, something that will improve my Admire solution. Would you be so kind as to water my plants for a few days? You would do a better job than me anyway. Always forget them. Help yourself to an elixir in my reserve if you like. Hope Carol gets better soon. Huh. Jeez. So we got someone's apartment key. We gotta go searching for that. Oh. That's a fancy safe. Gonna have to go looking for the code. Ooh. Looking a little rough in there.
Good doctor's not here.
Oh, this is her apartment. Okay. Looks like whoever was supposed to be watering the plants didn't do a very good job now, did they? Ooh. Take that. I probably missed something, haven't I? Okay, note to self, that's what the paintings mean. Hope she doesn't mind me robbing her blind. Yeah, she won't know. Yeah.
I spend less and less time here at my apartment, but my work at Adamire demands it. After the horrible failures of my first serum, I'm more determined than ever to help the miners. It's not my say how hard the Duke and his cronies drive the workers, but until he sees reason, I'll do what I can to make their lives better and to provide comfort to their families. It's my obsession, this work, and the impact it will have on the least privileged people in Karnaca. Studying the original plague elixirs. I'm close to something.
When I find Hypatia, I'll see what she knows about the Crown Killer.
Yeah, it seems like she'd be up for helping us. So long as she doesn't get kind of pissy about us robbing her. That's just a side effect. Alexandra, I've always believed in the idea of blood-fied nest keepers to be legend or drunken miner talk, even though members of the Grand Guard have reported putting down belligerent occupants when burning out blood-fly nest infestation. As such, the silver graph represents a rare sighting. We can only conclude that the final stage of blood-fly fever occasionally results in an extraordinary kind of brain damage wherein the host fixates on protecting the nest. Blood flies in turn welcome the afflicted person, and thus a symbiotic relationship results. Research may never cease to amaze. We could procure a sample from the brain of one of these nest keepers, not to observe the effects on rats or wolfhounds in the laboratory. Curious. Hey, 061.
Huh?
Shush, shush. Going to sleep now. Going to sleep now.
Mallard. So don't wear your uniform. Keep good whiskeys there. They even stock old Dunwall.
I'm in. Let me know next time you go.
Night.
Hey, who is?
Night. And that's how you freaking do it. Slam one with a dart and nab the other so he can't yell for help. That's how you do it.
Blood flies for a second.
Oh, you heard something. I will take all of your armaments. I do understand that I could just fight my way through, kind of. But honestly, he saw that. Oh, I thought that little bit was a being seen thing. As you've seen, Teals run out quick, and materials just run out way too quickly. Health is not all that easy to get a hold of, and in general, I can't do the fighting. I have to, I mean, I can fight a small group, but like if everyone finds me, even on normal difficulty, I would have a bit of an issue.
I just have to finish my shit.
Addermire Station.
Come on.
This should take me out to the Institute.
Yes, it should. And this guy should have fun being walked back into his room. God, that looks uncomfortable. Your legs are not gonna work when you wake up. I'm not gonna bother killing the guards. One, I'm worried about attracting attention. Two, if I've disabled them, there's no reason to kill them anymore.
I hope they
not a
accept
threat. And that's the way I think Corvo will be thinking. Yeah, they're dogs, but not all of them want to be in the position they're in. Not all of them want to be guards. Some of them are forced. They don't all have a chance to leave or run. No, there's been commotion, alright. We go.
Something moved.
Oh, something moved alright. Seriously, dude.
You're not supposed to be here. What can't escape? Stop! You aren't going anywhere.
Hello, old friend.
No use running.
If I do end up in a fight, I will still fight. Though I am, because of how woefully underprepared I tend to be for fights, it's not gonna go easily. Where is this gonna put me? Don't make me have to knock out the other two again. That was a trick I can probably only pull off once.
I'm covered in shingers.
Okay, finally managed to pull that off again. That was actually a lot harder than you think it would be. Doesn't help. My controller has gotten old and I need to freaking take it apart and clean it out. Damn thing. You better fucking do it. Really? Oh, nope, there it is. I didn't do that. I didn't do that either.
Then what?
I need to take it apart and clean it. It's getting annoying.
Addermeyer Station. This should take me out to the Institute.
Oh, I have 5 runes. I should probably use these. Yeah, that would probably help. What the hell have I been collecting these things for? If I'm not gonna freaking use them. Sometimes.
What was that? There, look. I'll kill you for that.
It's you and me now.
Anyone else? Yeah, you're really starting to piss me off.
What?
Where are you hiding, coward?
Luckily, since several of the guards decide they want to poke their nose where it shouldn't have been, and they will just disable this gate. Sneak on through, should be at the carriages. God, this is taking forever. Here we go. And off to the Institute we go. Yep. There we go. Huh. We're only... Yeah, I guess we didn't really kill much of anyone. You know? I mean, we killed a lot of people, but compared to how many people we could have killed, we didn't really touch many people. Huh. Now 10, there was one that I couldn't get to, 2 shrines, 6 bone charms, only 1 painting. None of the blueprints, but those had to be bought. I didn't have the money. So let's continue. At least Elden Ring will be ending soon, so I'll have a little bit less work on that part.
Addermeyer. My best chance for tracking down the Crown Killer. The place used to be a solarium for the idle rich where they flocked for rejuvenation treatments. It was founded just after the plague hollowed out Dunwall a decade and a half ago. Alexandria Hypatia is chief alchemist, and whether Anton Sokolov is still there or not, she's going to give me the answers I need.
Interesting. I'll probably open the episode with that, so gonna have to cut that out. Here we are. Took for frickin' ever to get here. Already got a bone charm right off the bat. Here we go. Hostile territory. I couldn't tell. What gave that away? Admire Institute. Okay. Right now, I'm gonna end this episode of Dishonored off here. Yes, as I actually, would I have kept that in? I don't know if I kept it in or not, but I'm gonna be doing a chapter per episode because each of these chapters is a lot like one objective in Prey, taking quite a bit of time to do. And honestly, for you guys, it's maybe an hour. It's maybe an hour. And I'm not gonna, like, I don't like to talk about how long recordings take because, like, I choose to do these things. I choose to play on the hardest difficulty. I choose to go searching for as many things as I can because, you know, it helps. I choose to do these things because, you know, it makes it more interesting. So, you know, because it's my choice, I'm not gonna talk much about it. About how long it causes me to take. But these are, I'm not going to be able to do more than one per episode without the episodes either being extraordinarily long, which, yeah, I tend to have longer formats, but I try not to too badly. Most times it's either a first episode or a last episode that ends up with, like, a super long runtime. That's simply because either I just want to get done with the recording so I know when, you know, that series will be done and when I have to start recording another game to replace it, sort of thing. For right now, I'm going to end this episode of Dishonored 2 off here. If you enjoyed, think about leaving a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Other than that, be good, be well, and I'll see all of you in the next one. Goodbye!